why can't I have what you and Florian have? Which, to be honest with you, would
Do
you
you want
really
that?
want to have that?
You want an
Come on.
adult child?
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. The
Ah,
Darcy.
ah.
Hey, Darcy, I got friend for you. He likes strawberries. My angel. She likes strawberries.
Yeah. Ugh.
Fucking Christ. So,
Yeah. It can. Yeah. One other thing too is I know this is I've been railing on them a lot this season, but my God, the fucking wigs that they were wearing this episode, they looked like they went to Party City and got wigs. Like those,
wait,
the
who got
hair
bit?
that they had, Darcey and Stacey, like they're extensions on
I'm
their
not good at
hair.
that stuff with the hair. I thought that was their hair.
Oh no, God, no.
Really?
Dude, no. They showed during quarantine though with their like they barely showed what their real hair was. Like those are all extensions. Like their hair, that's not their real hair. But man, was that bad. It was just their whole look. They just looked like, yeah, it looked like a Party City fucking wig. Like,
I I didn't know. I didn't
well,
know, honestly.
as an authority on beauty, I'm telling you.
See, my wife said the same thing. Like on the, I think it was like two tell-alls ago or something. Whenever she was
Hmm.
on, she showed up with like this like platinum wig on and everything, and it was like popping off, and that's the only reason why I knew because it was
Yeah.
like coming off, and I was like, oh, is she wearing
Yeah.
a wig? And she's like, yeah.
Yeah. If you notice, their hairline was like here. It was like it was
like
just,
what's her name? Teresa from Real Housewives of
oh,
New Jersey.
Teresa Judas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They had that like, it was like middle of the fourth. I mean, it just, all of it looked terrible. So yeah, not a good look, but sorry, I
Not a good look at
interrupted
all. No, no, no,
to
no, no, no.
to tell you how terrible their fucking hair looks.
Well, I don't know these things. That's the thing. I don't know any of these things. So
Yeah.
like it's good that like you're telling me because otherwise I would just keep thinking like, oh yeah, no, that's natural hair.
Oh
They're
God.
just blonde and bronze.
No, that
That's how
was
they roll.
no. You could tell too because when they were in the makeup chair and the stylist was like doing their hair, like you could tell they weren't even like they were barely touching their hair because I'm sure that the fucking wig was like probably some shitty wig that was going to fall off and they didn't want to mess with it too much.
You know who would be a good host? And this is
Who?
I think is the guy from the Real Housewives.
Yeah, Andy Cohen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
that's yeah.
yeah.
He would get to
We
the bottom of all this.
he would because like I remember because like Jenna always has Real Housewives in the background here, like
Yeah,
while
me
she's
too.
working, and like I like it always gets to the tell-alls, and then he like really asking questions. He'd be like, "Yeah,
Oh,
but you're kind of shitty, so why are you like this?" Kind of like
yeah,
the kind of questions that he asks instead of like Sean Robinson, who's like, "I hate
yeah.
my job, but they want me to ask. Amy wants me to ask you, like."
Amy, wait, hold on, guys. Hold on. Go ahead, Amy.
It really is just like that.
I know.
Um,
Yeah, no, Andy Cohen. That's what I was saying to you before we started the show. It's like this show needs a bitch to host, and when I say bitch, I mean somebody who is just like, they want to stir the pot, right? Sean
Patty,
doesn't like
yeah,
yeah, baddie. She doesn't know how to stir the pot. She's too nice. She's like she gets to the brink and then she just stops, and you're like, no, fucking come on, like get into these people. They're nuts. I
and
mean, she
yeah,
just holds back.
and the funny thing is, she's like six. No, she's like 50 something, like 55,
Yeah,
56, and
she's
looks
too
like
old for this shit.
incredible. And
Yeah, I
everybody
know.
else in this fucking show that are like her age, they all look like garbage.
No, she's a gorgeous, professional, report. I think she was a reporter. Regardless,
Yeah,
she is like 5,000 times way too qualified to be on this show. Right. And she's probably, like you said, she's just sitting there like, this is just a fucking paycheck. Like, I'll just ask
yeah.
the stupid questions. But, she doesn't want to get in their bullshit. She doesn't care. She's like, whatever, but I care because I invested a lot of goddamn time into this bullshit. All right, Sean.
You
So
have.
I need some fucking answers.
I offered Sharp Entertainment. I said, listen, we can host it. You
Yeah,
know,
we're gonna get in there.
like
We would have so many good questions.
that would be great. Like, hey,
Uh,
Georgie, exactly. Count and change. How much money was in that sock, and what were you gonna use it for? Do you
yeah,
have a thing for socks? Do you think you have a thing with
yeah,
money in this
yeah,
sock?
yeah. You
That
would
would
get.
be
I could be the Amy, the producer. You know, I could be in your ear, being like, "All right," like yeah, it would be a whole thing. But
my
you know, this thing was just terrible. So yeah, so Georgie's not there. The twins are
yeah.
on the couch. Stacy's relishing in it because she's a fucking monster and she just likes to see her sad, you know, and she's just like, oh, just shows you true love should be here and whatever, you know, inspirational pillow quotes that they have that they say because
From
they just
TJ Maxx pillows.
exactly they speak in like TJ Maxx decor, like that's their conversation. Like,
Yeah.
you know, oh man, and I will say, side note, the TJ Maxx and Marshalls here in Texas,
Mhm.
dude, you should see the shit that they have in there. Like, it's so funny because there's a lot of God stuff, a lot of prayer, a lot of like just tacky crosses on pillows and, you know, family over God or something. Like, it's so fucking crazy. I love it. Like, I go in there and I'm just like, what is this? Yeah.
Oh, Marie, I feel like secretly you would want a couch full of pillows that say like "The Lord is my savior" or something like
I
that.
mean, honestly, not so secretly. Yeah, I would do it just to troll my mother. Like I feel like if I bought my mom the stuff that I see in these TJ Maxxes and stuff for that are like, you know, on clearance or what, like she would have them all over her house. Like those are made for 75-year-old women and drunk moms. Like like those are there's only those two audience, you know, like so yeah, but that's Darcey and Stacey, you know, they're very very inspirational. They're
Yeah,
very passionate. They're go-getters. They're, you know, insert
boss babes.
whatever boss babes. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, you know, business, entrepreneur. So, yeah, but, you know, they're just sitting on the couch and yeah, Stacey's just making her feel worse than she needed to. And then
Mhm.
Sean with her, you know, well, maybe we can call Georgie.
I think that was her attempt to stir the pot. I think
You
that was
think
the
so?
attempt. Yeah, I think that was her like, here, I got this, I got this, and they're like,
Yeah.
no, you don't. Ask them real questions.
I think that was Amy in her ear telling her to do that.
Oh yeah, because Amy in her ear watched the whole season.
Yeah, Amy in her ear was like, oh, just tell her to fucking call this guy.
See, that's what she needs. She needs a Miguel or a Marie in her ear.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just
We would
just to be like, you didn't watch the show? Don't worry, so I got
don't,
you.
don't worry about it. This is gonna be cruise control for you. Yeah.
But
So
what did you think about the call? Because like she like they asked her to call Georgie, obviously. What
right.
what did you think about that call?
I mean, again, I've been a Georgie advocate for the whole season. I gotta be honest, I was like, yeah, I get it. I get why he's annoyed. He fucking told you he wasn't coming. He told you he was studying for his exam or whatever, you know, the real estate thing.
Hmm.
And he told you, you know, he didn't want to deal with your exes that were going to be there and feel disrespected. So it's like, you know, he already told her all of these things beforehand.
Yeah.
Darcey, of course, doesn't communicate this to anybody because she's Darcey. And then she calls and gets it, you know, he was just like, what the fuck? How many fucking times? I would have answered exactly the same way he answered.
I actually do have that in my notes that I'm like, I would have said the same thing. I would have
Yeah.
been like, listen, I'm going through a lot. I gotta study for my fucking test. Like, stop calling me, like stop doing this bullshit. Like I
Yeah.
told you I told you I'd be here, but I didn't say I was gonna go.
Right.
Just let me study for this shit. You know, you got your friends, you got your family there. I
Yeah.
don't want to fucking hang out with Jesse and Tom
Yeah.
eventually. Like, I just fucking leave me out
Yeah.
of this for now. All right,
And
I support you, just not right now in this bullshit.
yeah. And then when he said for her to grow up, I was like, yeah, he that's exactly what she needs to do. Because she's, you know, well, I need your support. Support for what, Darcey? What do you need support for? What is the support you keep talking about?
I
What?
I think she repeats words, and she
Yes.
thinks that, like, she's like hoping that he knows what they mean.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you need to support me, and he goes, I will support you, I will be there, and then she'd be like, oh
Hmm.
yeah, okay, so he knows what that
Yeah.
means. Like, yeah,
Like
there's
she,
something weird about it.
if she was honest,
Hmm.
she could have, I mean, she could have said, I feel embarrassed that you're not here. Like
Hmm.
that would have been an honest thing for her to say, but
That would be
instead
valid.
yeah, instead she just cloaks it in this like, I need your support. And it's like, again, and also Georgie was studying for an exam for his real estate license to get I don't know, the job that they kept dogging him about all season that he didn't have. And I'm like, the fuck, this guy can't win. He's trying to get a job. He's trying to get a fucking license to get a job.
Yeah, unlike
And
Florian, who's just gonna work in the furniture.
yeah,
Like,
Florian's going to be like yeah, he's going to be a furniture salesman, and that's okay, fine. But you know,
is it?
I, I mean,
Hey, you buy this, understand? You buy this. I don't need that,
what
sir.
is this bullshit? Sit on the
What
couch. It's a couch.
what do you need? You need chair, you need couch. I got you, understand? Sir, you're being extremely aggressive. You're scaring my kids. You do your kids want strawberry? No, sir, they do not want strawberries. Please go away.
Do you even
That's
work
fucking
here? Who is
Georgie.
this fucking guy? Hmm.
Exactly. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's what I
So
think
I
about
thought
it.
it was fine. I again, my agreement ratio with Georgie in this season is almost at 100% because I was like, yeah, he's fucking annoyed, and now you're making him, have to say this yet again,
Hmm.
on speakerphone in front of people, and it's this whole thing, and so I was with him, but Mike and Florian backstage, they were of a different ilk.
Yeah, Mike was like upset. He's like, I can't believe he's talking to my daughter like that.
Mike,
Kind
bro,
of
you did
cool.
that. Yeah, I'm like, you just did this.
Yeah.
You literally just had the same conversation with her like a day ago.
I feel like secretly he was like, you know what? He is right, and I'm glad that he gets it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I mean, he had to say, I don't like the way he's talking to my daughter because he had to. But yeah, I think deep down he was like, oh, I've said way fucking worse to her.
I mean, look at
As
her.
he
She went to
should.
Turkey to get fucking plastic surgery. Obviously, I said some
Exactly.
shit.
She's got Turkish tits in there. Like, come on.
Turkish tits. I think it might be the name of the episode.
Turkish tits.
Turkish tits. So yeah, so while all of this is going on, Florian decides he's gonna go talk to Georgie back at his hotel, right?
Yeah.
So Florian's gonna put on his big boy pants, and I swear to God, this went through his head. I think I saw this on an episode of Caillou, so I think I know what to do.
I'm gonna go stand up to the bully or
Yeah,
whatever.
I want to go talk to my family because family first.
Yeah.
Family first. I do this for the family. Georgie don't do this for the family. I do. They're very different. So again,
Uh,
he grabs his backpack and heads
his
out.
crackers.
He's cracking. He's goldfish, and he ventures out into the hotel to talk to Georgie.
Florian in the
Uh,
big city.
that's right. Excuse me, sir. I am looking for the Georgie.
Where is the Georgie?
What is the Georgie? It's like, man, if you don't back the fuck up, I'm gonna knock you out. Do you want a strawberry? Sir, back the fuck up.
Bro, you're gonna lose your teeth.
So while Florian, goes on his big boy adventure, Mike takes up. Mike takes the stage.
Yeah, and again, we're like, what the fuck is he doing here? Oh my god, there was so much nonsense.
And he tells us that the reason why George is not here is because he knows he would be thrown under the bus. and also he doesn't like how he talks to his daughter. But at the end of
Right.
the day, he should be supporting his daughter. That
Right.
was Mike's points.
Yeah. And he's like, "Can I leave now?" He's like, "Did
Not
that
yet,
check
Mike.
clear?" I want to get the fuck out of here. I got
Not.
hookers to bag.
I can definitely see him in Times Square going, "This isn't the Times Square that I used to know.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Was it an M&M store?
Yeah.
Used
Where's the peep shows?
to be a peep show right there. It's a fucking M&M show."
Yeah. Yeah. No, Mike was, he had his brief moment. I think, did he get off the stage? I think oh no. I forget. Did they
No,
send him
he
off
was
or he
so no,
stayed?
so he was in there, and then they
Hmm.
asked him that if he thought Georgie loved Darcey,
Oh, right. Yeah.
and he was like, absolutely not. Like,
Yeah.
like he cares about her money, but absolutely not.
Right.
So Florian just needs to feed. They
They
stuffed in
stopped in
some.
some allies on the way to find rats. What?
You know what I think what you're saying is like he got derailed in his little adventure, Florian in the
Oh,
city. You know what? Actually, that is the footage I need to see. Just
oh my
Florian trying to
God.
find Georgie.
Just with his backpack looking around all
Yeah.
nervous.
Back, 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 back,
Yeah.
back.
Oh man,
Just
Florian's
looking at
big day in the city. Yeah.
yeah.
That would be a show I'd fucking watch. Just no help and just Florian having to navigate just like one city block. Like not even the whole city. Like just see him try to get around one block of New York.
Just drop him in like Times Square and be
Yeah.
like, go.
Yeah. Like, oh man, I would watch that. I would watch the shit out of that show. Let's pitch that to them. Like, all right, here's the deal. We're just gonna get Florian lost in New York.
Dude, so many ideas that are floating around. Like Sharp Entertainment is missing out on so many ideas that we could be like working with right now.
Oh, Anne said he's a vampire. Oh, I think Anne. I think she's talking about Georgie. Were we? Did I say Georgie?
Georgie?
Or was I talking? I was talking about Florian, but I might have said Georgie. But yeah, Georgie, 100% vampire. That's why he couldn't show up. He's in his coffin. He's like, "Come on, guys, you know this."
He's just texting in his coffin. I can't come out. I'm
what
sorry.
The fuck? I can't. Sunlight.
Sorry, bro. I just don't like sunlight.
Yeah, but yeah. So Mike saying he doesn't believe that Georgie loves Darcey.
No.
Darcey.
And then we see Florian at the hotel. He made it.
Yes.
He made it in the hotel. He goes in there and they're like, "Hey, just make sure your mic is off." And he's like, I don't know what this is. I'm gonna turn it off. He turns it off, and they're like, he's an idiot. He turned it off.
Yeah. Yeah. So all
Amy,
that for
Amy,
nothing.
He turned it off.
Guys, what the fuck? Just change his diaper, send him back. Let's go. Come on.
You guys have one job. I told you to feed him goldfish. Did you not take goldfish?
Yeah. We've got like a half hour and then he needs his nap. You know how he gets. So let's go. Come on. Yeah, I was like, what is the point of all this? So he goes to the hotel and we got absolutely nothing out of this. Didn't hear anything.
Not yet. Not yet. There's a lot more to come. Because remember, he's still out in the city. After this, he has to make his return. So in the meantime, they bring out the girls. And Aniko was like, I got accepted into many colleges, and I'm probably going to choose the one in Florida. And we're like, okay. But what about your mom? She's like, oh, yeah, my mom's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, nothing's changed with her. She's like, what about me?
Yeah, what about me? Aniko, you'll get your chance, when we do like...
You'll get a show.
Yeah, like 90 Day Fiance, kids edition, like Where Are They Now? Or some shit like that,
Yeah.
It's like Aniko is just like, yeah, no, I actually am a fucking animal activist. I just couldn't fucking understand why my mom was the way she was in my life history. I have a husband and kids, and we all have a decent house, and we're living nice.
We're good.
So there's no drama? No. All right. Well, what about your sister? Well, she's doing just fine too.
Yeah. well, what if you what if we made something up between you? Yeah, they those girls, they're doomed. They're doomed for sharp entertainment. That's for sure.
And then they asked them, like, would you guys ever consider doing any plastic surgery? Before they could even finish the sentence,
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god.
fuck no.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Look at them. Look at them. Do you think I would have plastic? Look at
Yeah,
them.
exactly. Look at what yeah, they're fucking monsters. And it was interesting too when they were talking about that, and they were saying very adamantly no plastic surgery and stuff. And they were going on and on, and you could just see like Darcey and Stacey, like whatever, facial functions they still have. Like they were I think they were trying to be sad, but they just like couldn't, and they were like, oh. And Darcey, at one point I did feel bad because she said, well, you girls are beautiful just the way you are. And they just said, thank you. And like, they didn't say that to their mom, who clearly has a fucking body dysmorphic problem, And I was like,
Damn.
ooh, swing and a miss, like, ouch. That's like telling somebody you love them and they just say thank you. It's like, oh. So yeah. So I felt that one. I was like, ooh, that's gotta hurt. That hurt Darcey. She
Yeah.
all she wants to hear from her daughters, from her dad. All they need, if somebody
Her
just
man's.
said, yeah, just said like, yeah, I think you're beautiful, then that
Mhm.
would fill up their love cup, or whatever the fuck they have.
Their love. No worries.
Maybe it wasn't that. Somebody on some show somewhere in time, I forgot, but somebody talked about. Oh, it was Real Housewives. It was Vicky
Ooh.
Gunvalson. I think she said she
Ooh.
needed her love cup filled. Anyway,
That just sounds disgusting. Like,
yeah, it
fill
does.
my cup.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
gross.
oh
Feel my yeah,
no. Can I just hug you?
yeah,
Do you need a
yeah.
hug?
We
You
don't.
look like you need a hug.
Yeah, we don't need to be filling love cups. That's a whole different show.
So
That's a Pornhub show.
uh, after this, they asked the girls, "How do you guys handle social media? Because social media can be very vicious.
Hmm.
How do you guys handle it?" And they're like, "We're just we kind of like learn early to like ignore it.
Hmm.
They don't know what's happening with our lives, so we're just kind of like, hey, you guys, fucking whatever. We're gonna start clapping back. We're gonna troll some of this trolls, which
Hmm.
I'm super for it."
Yeah.
For example, like there's like a lot of like meme pages right now who are like flat out just like not even creating memes. They're just like, oh, they're a fake, they got a fake website, and that house is not even their house, and
Yeah.
like the house of 11 is fake, is not even. I'm like, are you limited? Like, how, like, why would you waste your time on that?
Right.
That's like when I was like 12 and I got upset because Stone Cold Steve Austin beat The Rock. And I was like, how could he? It's The Rock. Like, this is real. It's real to me, damn it. Like, what? How could this happen? And, then I go online and I'm like, Stone Cold Steve Austin, you piece of shit. You suck. How dare you? Your name's not really Stone Cold. And you know what I mean? Like, it looks silly. It looks silly. And that's how
Yeah.
most of these meme pages out there doing all of
Yeah.
it looks. It looks silly. They look silly. They're silly people doing silly
Hmm.
things. Like, just let them be. Enjoy this for what it is, a
Yeah.
fucking messy show.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. No
Right.
need to go into details. Don't need to go into how much they make.
Yeah.
Where do they go to get their hair done? Like, who gives a fuck? Let it
Party
happen.
City. They go to
By the way, it's
go to
Party
fucking. By the way, it's Party City. They
for
just
you.
go in and they snatched out a wig and was like, "Yep, this is the one."
This
Um,
doesn't work.
yeah, no, don't. You're right. Don't waste brain cells trying to figure out like where they get their money from. We know it's their daddy. Like,
Yeah,
duh,
yeah.
duh. Yeah. Hello. If you're surprised by that, then like you clearly aren't watching the show correctly, because this show
That's
is
what I'm
not
saying.
meant for that kind of stuff. Not
It's
that kind of investigation.
It's not they're not, believe me, they're not trying to fucking become mayors of Connecticut or the
God.
fucking, governors. Like, they're just
Yeah.
little, they're walking messes.
Yeah.
Let
That
them
we
be.
just like, yeah, you can analyze, we analyze the stuff that they do and everything, but it's like, yeah, I mean, we all know none of this is real. Like, it's
No,
all
absolutely
it's all
not.
fake. This is all fake. So,
The only thing
you
that is
know,
not fake about this is my real love for Darcey. But other than that, everything else is pretty much made up.
yeah. I mean, it's like, again, you gotta let go of that reality. It's just like,
Yeah.
all right, like, I gotta watch this with just complete no brain activity. Like, I just gotta absorb this and see what's going on. You know, and it's like, I do question why I do this to myself, because I used to be very, very smart. um,
Marie was in Harvard at one point. Yeah, she was teaching.
yeah, I had a PhD in biochemistry. Now look at me. Does Marie have a let's take connect? So, you know what? And I don't, but I think we should make that happen. I,
I
I
think
would
we
love
should make it
I would
happen.
love to I would love to have that. I would
Yeah.
love to spread the word on how shitty of a state that place is. So
I thought I hated Connecticut, but Jesus Christ, no,
no,
you really
no,
do hate it.
no, no. This is like, I got beef with Connecticut. I got years of
You
beef
really
with them. I won't even eat nutmeg because of Connecticut. No, I'm just kidding.
do. Fucking Connecticut did a number on you.
They did. They did. They did me dirty. But Anne, yeah, feel free if you want to help spin that up. Let's do it.
Fuck. So the Georgia talk continues, and then they switch to Florian. Like, hey, how's this going on? How's everything working out? Oh, well, not to necessarily to Florian. Back, 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 back. Go back, 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 back. Hey, I gotta stop and feed the dogs. Can you say dog? Yeah, it's like a fucking Dora the Explorer fucking show now. Can you say dog in Spanish? El
Oh
pato.
my god. He's like talking to the camera, like, come on. They're like, what the fuck? Fucking drugs. What happened to this man?
Well,
Oh,
the main thing about this one was Stacey saying like how Georgie now has a green card and now how he's
mhm.
gonna be fucking taking over the world because he's
Furniture
got
king.
a job. He's gonna be like Bob's Furniture, fucking Florian's
Yeah.
Furniture King, whatever.
Hmm.
Uh, and she's just defending him all the way, like all of the way. And it's kind of
Yeah.
disgusting, to be honest with you, because like, how dare you say that um your husband is not like that he's like paying for things when in reality he's not.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of like he couldn't even work. Like, let's just
Yeah.
put it that way. He couldn't work. Even with TLC, the paychecks would go to Stacey, if anything,
Right.
because
Yeah,
he
because
doesn't have
that's
a
true.
green
That's
card.
true. Right.
So there it is. He
Yeah.
wasn't working either. I think
Yeah.
we covered this at one point, right? Didn't we?
But it's different because it's Florian and it's Stacey.
Oh,
So it's
right,
different.
right,
So
right,
you
right.
can't compare it. I mean, yeah, sure. Georgie, he's been here for 10 years. He has a green card. I get all those things. But,
Mm-hmm.
Georgie also worked in a profession of, he was a masseuse.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was COVID.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck do you want this guy to do? I
That's
mean,
right.
like, it's not like you can, I mean, come on. I mean, give the guy a little bit of a break here. And I know I've said this 1,000 times and I'll say it again, but Georgie, he had a job that required a lot of intimate contact, like literally, people just right there naked and all this shit. But, he couldn't work. The fuck you want him to do?
Nothing. There's nothing you can do.
What could he do? I mean, he's got his rosewater business. I mean, the man's trying to spin up a lot of stuff. He's a
He's
mover
a
and a
hustler.
shaker. Yeah, he's hustling. He's hustling. But he's like, come on, give me a break. And now he's trying to get his real estate license, and you're busting his dick over that. Come on.
Busting stick.
I mean,
We need to talk about the real issue, the ring,
what's?
the ring,
Oh my god.
because
Yeah.
they asked Darcey, like, did you really pay for this ring, or did Georgie paid for
Who
this ring.
paid for this ring?
Yeah, who paid
Yeah.
for this ring?
Who paid for this ring?
Who paid? And she's like, well, we both liked it. And they're like, yeah, that's not a currency. Who whipped out the credit card and say,
Yeah.
put it on my Capital One. And she's like, I mean, it was me, but it was just like part of it. Like it wasn't the whole thing. Like it wasn't like a crazy amount. It was only like $10,000. I was
Oh
like,
God!
what?
When she said that, first of all, that ring was not over $10,000. First of all, if that ring was over $10,000, then that's fucking real hair on her head. Not happening. That was not a thing that happened. All right.
Yeah.
That ring was. I mean, I'm not. Listen, it's probably. I'm sure it was expensive, but probably that might have been like a $7,000 ring. Regardless, the whole her saying, "Oh, it was only 10,000." I mean, that was Darcey trying to flex, like, "Oh, it's not that much money to me." I mean, come on, girl. That's like the entire cost of the House of 11 empire. That's a lot of money that you don't have. And then it just made me mad. I mean, obviously I wasn't surprised, but then I was like, okay, so then why the fuck did you act surprised that he proposed? Like, what?
Like
People that
clearly.
did you do that with your wife? Did you go together to look at rings?
She so here's here's a little it's not a sad story, don't worry about it. I'm not
If
gonna
it
tell
involves you crying and peeing, I'm out.
Yeah. So I went to this like jewelry store around Hoboken, and it was like a nice cute little jewelry store, and I was looking at rings and everything, and I made a couple appointments to go see a couple of rings several times, and then one day we're just walking by, and she goes in, and of course she goes in, so I follow, and we both walk in, and she's like, "Oh, hello, hi, just here to look at rings," and everybody's like, "Miguel, what are you doing here?" I was like,
You're like, shut up.
so
Wrong
what do you
guy.
mean? What am I doing here? Like my wife wanted to come in here and wanted to see rings. What are you talking about? And they're like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "I don't know you."
Bob.
Yeah, get the fuck out of my face. I don't know you. And so my wife kind of knew by then. She's like, "Why did they know you?" I was like, "I don't know, probably social media." She goes, I was like, "Yo, I'm a comedian. I'm on social media. I'm everywhere." She's like, "It's definitely not social media."
I'm a comic. People know me.
Exactly. I'm like, everybody knows who I am. She's like,
No.
"What?"
It's like
Oh
no
my
one
God.
knows who the fuck you are.
Yeah. So, sadly. Uh, so she kind of knew a little bit, but she
Yeah,
didn't.
but you didn't like go in and you weren't like, oh, pick out a ring that you like. I mean, that wasn't. Did you do that?
No.
Okay, yeah. So
I
yeah,
picked the ring. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, so that's a little different. I mean, it's. I mean, my point is that Darcey went in. She clearly went in and was like, I want that one and this, and I'm paying for it. And then to be like, oh my God, I know people that have done that have said like, oh yeah, we went and we picked out the ring that I wanted, and then he proposed, and I'm like, what? Why did he do that? Like at that point, I'm like, well, just fucking put the ring on. You bought it. Like, why do you need the
Exactly.
ceremony? Like, I just think that's. I mean, I think the whole
Okay.
engagement stuff is insane.
All right. I know we said no sad stories,
Uh-oh.
but
No.
but
Oh God! Don't tell me some sad fucking Miguel in Mexico as a child abuse story, please.
it so after my mom beat the shit out of me, we went we went to this market, right, to buy
Oh no!
we went to this market because it was January 5th. I know that because in Mexico the day that you get gifts as a kid is January 6th. So the 5th It was
Why?
Friday. It was like it's a whole tradition. It
Oh,
involves
okay.
the wise men. The wise men come down because the wise men brought gifts to baby Jesus.
I thought you said
So
the whites man. I was like,
the
what?
yeah, the whites come down from the mountains
I
and
was like,
give the
the
kids
fuck?
gifts.
Like, I'm pretty sure your mom made this up.
So the three wise men, they come down, they bring you gifts and everything. But so
Okay.
that's celebrated on January 6th, and then that
Okay.
same day you cut a cake called rosca, and then there's a little baby involved, and then you pick it, and now you got it's a whole tradition. But anyways, that's not the point. That's not the point. Let's get to the sad story. So
Okay.
Ashley, she beats the shit out of me. We go to this market because I'm thinking to myself, well, okay, yes, I just got my ass kicked, but now I'm gonna
Yeah.
get toys. Like
Toys.
I'm gonna have toys.
Worth it.
So we go through the market, we go through all the things, and then we go past it. We go into her friend's house where she continues to just like talk shit in front of me and telling her friend how horrible of a child I am, and I'm just like a piece of garbage and everything. Then after that, she takes me to the market, buys me toys. We go back to the house. She closes the door to her room. She goes to sleep, and I'm just standing there with all my toys. And I laid them down on the table, and I
Stop.
and I set them up
Stop.
like parents set up the Christmas trees. And then I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, this is so cool. Like I get gifts for tomorrow.
Like,
I go to
ooh,
sleep,
what's
and
this?
I wake up in the morning, and I'm like, oh my god, they came, they were here, and I pretended that the three wise men stopped by my house to drop gifts.
Oh my god. Oh, dude. I need to go to
Sorry,
therapy
Ann.
for your fucking stories, okay? Like, I'm starting to have, like, some real problems with your stories. My therapist is going to be like, wait, hold on. Who's Miguel? Why are you
Is he
talking
in
about?
therapy?
Yeah, like, you lived in Mexico with a boy named Miguel? No.
Is this
Listen.
your imaginary friend, Marie?
Yeah, like, she's going to have to, like, call the fucking authorities.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, so I had to set it up for myself and then wake up in the morning and feel excited for it.
Oh, I can't believe they got here.
So
Oh, dude,
in
that's
other way, in other
sad.
words, I can relate to Darcey.
Oh.
It's like, oh my god, a ring, and then she cried because she was like, "This is horrible.
Well,
I
now
bought
I
that
feel
ring for
bad.
myself."
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
so yeah, there it is. There it is. My
Well,
sad
there's
story
the
for the
show,
day.
everybody. Thank you for
Yeah,
listening. Just gonna go and journal my feelings for a little while and reflect on
yeah,
this. Dude,
yeah. Sorry, I just had to share the sad
wow.
story. I can relate. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess if you were an abused child and
Oh,
oh man, dude.
how old
Wow.
was I when I escaped this hell? 12. My mom told me she didn't want me, and that was my dad's problem. And stop asking me things. It's just sad stories.
It doesn't get any better, Anne.
No, it really doesn't. Oh my god.
Wow.
But you know what does get better? This show. And we're gonna continue it on the rest of the podcast. For everybody watching right now, thank you so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it.
Yes.
For everybody that watching in the future, again, thank you very very much. Everybody that is here, yeah, listening to Miguel's tragic stories, yes. Thank you so much for listening to all of them. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, rate, review, and subscribe. If you don't do it for the podcast, do it for me and my sad stories.
And your mental health.
My mental health. Rate, review, and subscribe on Podbean and no, I'm sorry, Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That's it. Other than that, patrons $1. Let us know if you show up. Let us know if you like us or like me. Hug me. Clearly, I need a hug.
Please help Miguel.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you gonna use the money for? I don't know, for people to hug me.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We'll put it towards good use. So, anyways, we'll continue this on the podcast, and for everybody watching, thank you so much, and we'll see you